Hello, everybody. Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today from the Fitchburg Police Department, your Chief of Police, Chad Brecklin. Chad, welcome back to the show. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing today, Jeremy?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you for asking. We've got your monthly update that we're going to go through today, and we always appreciate your time. We'll start with the hiring process. This is ending really soon, so we're kind of at the tail end of this open process. But in terms of in the future, you never know. There could be more openings, right? And we want to be ready for it. It's a pretty thorough process to find officers and whatnot. But overall, if I was gonna say, Chad, I might be interested in joining the police department, you would say,
we would welcome your application. The more applicants we have to choose from, the better our department is likely to be, and it's more likely to reflect our community and our community's diversity. As you mentioned, we are currently in a hiring process. The application period closed, I believe, on the 21st, which is Sunday coming up here. And it is an extensive hiring process. We obviously want to make sure that we take all the appropriate steps that are out there to ensure that we get candidates who are a good fit for our department and a good fit for our community. That's the one thing that we want to do here in particular is to hire for character and make sure that those that are working for us have a desire to serve their community and do things well.
yeah, we have a great community and a great police department, and I'm not just saying it because I'm biased to the police department, although I am, and it's because of the good recruiting that has happened and the team that you have of recruiting. You also we've seen now the last couple times in the hiring process a lateral position. So a lot of times we see these come up as if you're interested in starting your career in law enforcement. We'll get you there, and we have that opening, and we have the lateral. Talk about what the lateral means for officers that already have what they need and could come to our department.
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have a lateral transfer program that does allow officers with service in another police department to potentially come into our department and enjoy a few benefits, so to speak. One of them is that they can be placed on a higher starting salary than if it was an inexperienced person coming into the department without prior law enforcement experience. Another is that they can also have move higher in the vacation schedule. They can move into placement based on their prior years of service in the field already. And we also will credit a small amount of sick leave for those that are coming to us with at least a year of experience from another department. And finally, there also is the potential benefit of being able to move through our field training program a bit quicker than somebody who is coming to us without any prior experience. Typically, somebody with no experience is going to have about a 16-week field training program, give or take. And for those that are coming to us without or with experience, they may wrap up the training in as little as 10 weeks. So we certainly value previous experience. We feel that it's helpful in our training, in people's understanding of what the job is about. And it does obviously allow us to get people through our field training process more quickly and out onto the street in their own car and serving our community that way.
Yeah, it's kind of a nice piece there if you are interested in, maybe an officer is coming from a smaller department, getting into a larger department. Definitely a benefit there to join our team. And that's why I say join the team. You can Andrew and I offer up high fives every time we say, well, now more of these things, but either way, we would love you to come join the Fitchburg team if you are interested. And all of that information's on the website, by the way, including the recruiting process, which is nice. You guys have spelled it out online. I've kind of stepped that up so people know exactly what is part of this. And I think that's very valuable for the citizens to know what it takes to join the team.
Yeah, we do have a lot of information out on our website about the process, as you mentioned. And it also talks just for members of the public who might be curious about what the process looks like. to hire those that are serving their community. I also encourage those folks to take a look at it, and they can see the steps and in particular things that are done in the background stage regarding an investigation of somebody's background and suitability for law enforcement, psychological assessment, medical assessment, drug screen. We even asked our applicants to do an 8-hour ride along with us as part of the hiring process and complete a writing sample summarizing that process. And I do want to also encourage those without experience. You know, we are definitely interested in hiring those without experience as well. We are an agency that will send new officers who need the police academy to the academy. You will receive police officer compensation and benefits during the time in which you are in the police academy, and we will also cover the cost of the academy and any associated per diem expenses related to that academy as well. So it's also a good opportunity for those that don't have any experience to have that academy experience paid for, and obviously receive a paycheck and benefits during that time as well.
Yeah, which I just think is phenomenal. When we first started doing this, I thought this is just the coolest thing, especially for people who are interested and are maybe concerned about costs of switching careers, so to speak. Definitely an awesome piece. Chad, thanks for talking about that. A couple other quick side notes here. It is, we just got through, hopefully our last crazy cold spell here for the year, knock on wood, but car thefts during this still continue no matter what the temperature.
Yeah, they do. I'm sure for anybody that's watching the show here, they're probably also familiar with the other media outlets in the area via TV, news, and or social media. And many departments have been experiencing an increase in auto theft with cold temperatures. People are leaving their cars unlocked and running as they are trying to warm them up in our sub-zero temps, and it's unfortunately a bad idea. Too many cars are being stolen because of it. We are seeing it in Fitchburg as well. I know Madison has had a significant problem of late, but also the suburban agencies like Fitchburg, like Sun Prairie in particular, are having the same issues. And I can't stress it enough to folks. We've talked about it on the show, and is please lock your car. Do not leave it unattended and idling. Close your garage door. Keep the door from your garage to your house locked. Please take away the opportunity for someone to commit a crime on your property to the best extent that you can. I can't stress that enough.
Yeah, and I know it sounds like a broken record from the two of us, but you know, certainly just another step in deterring these folks from committing that crime. And again, crime of opportunity. We can't stress that enough. Don't let that be the reason that occurs.
I should also add that, you know, while our homes are typically the most frequent place where cars are taken, we have seen it in Madison. PD has also been seeing it where people are running into a business for what is believed to be a short period of time to carry out food or drop something off, whatever the case may be. And literally within a matter of a few minutes, they come back out and their car is gone. So just please take away the opportunity. It will save you a lot of inconvenience in the process long term.
Yeah, and Chad too. I you know, we talk about this, and you know, it's not a, you know, we want the residents to respond to this and help out, but the police department through all of this is doing, you know, the best that they can, following up, you know, trying to stop this from happening, being in certain areas. So this isn't, you know, it's not a one-sided thing. You know, I think sometimes we spend a lot of time talking about protect, but you know, if you haven't seen the show before, Chad, you've spent a lot of time talking about behind the scenes what's going on to prevent crimes of opportunity as well, and maybe just a couple of points on that.
Yeah, I like how you preface with a couple of points. It's like the code for wrap it up, huh? But anyway,
it is that.
You know, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, and there's definitely a multifaceted approach to this. Clearly, getting the word out from a crime prevention standpoint will just hopefully take away many of the opportunities that exist for those that are interested in taking these cars. They just won't have the number of cars available. And then clearly we're working with law enforcement partners throughout the county to investigate when we recover stolen cars. When we do apprehend those that are responsible, we are seeking to have them held accountable for their actions, and ideally have some resources provided to them that will hopefully steer them from continuing to commit these sorts of crimes. But there's definitely a lot of things that go on behind the scenes here that we try to do our part to prevent and hold accountable.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you going over that. Again, it's not an easy thing to deal with, but there's a lot of stuff that does happen behind the scenes, which again I think is super important to share. Real quick too on alternate side parking. Do you want to get this in because while the snow starts to melt in spring, that doesn't mean that the alternate side parking ends.
Right. We do have some 30-degree weather forecast here in the coming days, and I'm even hearing maybe pushing 40. So I'm sure people will be busting out their shorts. But through March 15th, I believe, alternate side parking is still in effect here in the city. With all the snow we've had, it is important for folks to follow that. It makes the highway department's job much easier when they have the ability to clear one side of the street when snow does come down. So please, if folks could continue to keep that in mind as they park their car at the end of their long day, we would appreciate it. And I know the Public Works Department would as well.
Chad, I don't think I ever put the shorts away, so I'm just excited because I can't feel my legs, since this cold spell. So we'll leave it at that. Chad, thank you so much for your time as always. Stay safe out there, and we'll look forward to checking back in with you next month.
Sounds good. Thank you, Jeremy.
You bet. Chad Brecklin, Chief of Police here in the city of Fitchburg. Check the website. A lot of great information out there on some of the stuff we talked about today. Take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.